Hey everyone, it's Coach D. I had a really cool conversation, as always, with so many of my clients about negative thinking this morning, and also just the reality of life at this moment for this client. So her summer was very stressful, it was very busy, lots of responsibilities, and she got off her routine, and she's connected with me again to get back into her routine and things, and we've done that pretty good over the last month or so. There's only 1 week that was a struggle. She's got her walking in back in place, and she's feeling pretty good about that. But she hasn't been able to get her weights in. And so today she brought up the fact that she has this great gym in her house that she created a year or two ago, and it sits there just doing nothing. And she says, I walk by it and I look in there and go, oh, why can't I be using that? Why am I not using that? She said she'll be sitting, putting her shoes on for work and just going, oh, why don't I use the gym? So we were chatting about how that negativity and it's one of those examples of when we do something often, when we practice something, we become very good at it mentally or physically. And in this case, she's becoming very good at putting herself down for something that isn't totally her fault, and life just gets in the way. But she's also associating negative thoughts and feelings with that room rather than good thoughts and feelings. So I set out a challenge for her, and of course she accepted because I knew she would. She's like that. So what I did was I wanted to think outside the box a little bit, and I wanted her to change the mindset because our mindset is our biggest factor when it comes to our health. So rather than thinking negative thoughts when she's staring into that room, I said as soon as those negative thoughts pop into her head, even if she's putting her shoes on to go out the door and go to work, as soon as that thought comes in her head, go nope, and go straight into that room and do one exercise for a set. So do 10 squats, do 5 push-ups, do a few chin-ups, do 8 or 12 bicep curls, whatever she wants, one set. It'll take a minute at most. Put the weights down or whatever, get out the door, grab your stuff, go to work. That's it. Because then what's going to happen over time as we chip away is she can no longer tell herself that room is not being used. It's not being used maybe in the way she initially thought, but it's still being used. And then the cool thing is as she gets into that rhythm and starts to just automatically jump in there for one exercise, right, which is adding more movement to her day, so that's a good thing too, she's then going to go, well, I have another minute. I'm going to do this exercise too. Or I'm going to do a second set of this. Or I'm going to do 3 exercises today before I head out the door. And suddenly she's going to look back on her week and go, whoa, I'm using my gym. So sometimes it just takes a little change in the mindset, but also just thinking outside the box. We have got to get out of the idea that we have to have certain times and certain workouts in order for things to count. We don't. We just need to feel good, and we need to be consistent. That's all that matters. So however it is that you're going to get that and make yourself a priority, make it happen. Doesn't matter how. It doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't need to be the latest and greatest thing that you're going to be able to tweet about or Facebook to all your friends, and they're going to think you're an absolute superhero. You just need to get it done. You just need to make sure that you feel good, that you're happy, that you're healthy, and that you're keeping that mindset in check.